So I was convinced that my mother-in-law was trying to poison me. I was also convinced that she was doing things deliberately to make me think that I was going crazy. I thought that there was a mass cyber attack and the world was going to end. I stopped eating and developed poor hygiene, so things like going to the toilet and brushing my teeth was not exactly on the top of my to-do list. Now, I don't need to tell you what that looks like, but just note that I had to wear a nappy. Anyway, I also thought that I was the chosen one, and I was about to give birth to baby Jesus. I spiraled into a continuous violent rage, attacking anyone on sight as my brain continued to malfunction. And during this period, I also wanted to have extra security around my home because I thought that I went viral on YouTube. And I can't forget, I won't forget, how many times I asked my husband for a divorce just months after marrying him. All of that is what we call postpartum psychosis. And I was sectioned into a mental health facility, not once, but twice, with other severely mentally ill women. And before you ask, what about the mother and baby units? They tried that. They simply could not contain me. I was nowhere within my right frame of mind to be anywhere near my babies. You see, I've just mentioned a fraction of what happened to me because I also saw snakes and witches, but that's another thing for us to unpack in part 2, if you would like it, because that shit was wild. So, postpartum psychosis. Stay with me. Unfortunately, it is a hush-hush illness that nobody wants to talk about in our community. But I am here to shake that table and break that barrier. It happens to 1 in 1,000 women. However, I don't think that's actually the case, because if we exercised far more transparency in communities such as the Black and Asian community, I'm pretty sure that those numbers would be different. Because mental illness is still a taboo in our society. It's a topic of discussion that makes people feel uncomfortable. And I don't know why, because it happened to me, not you. So did I have an underlying mental health condition? No, I didn't. Is postpartum psychosis hereditary? Yes, it is. But trying to uncover that in a proud Nigerian family was like sticking needles in my eye. So let's continue with the symptoms, shall we? Number 1, psychosis. Experiencing delusions and having unfounded thoughts, accompanied by hallucinations. So seeing things, smelling things, and hearing things that are simply not there. Number 2, mania. Elated, high mood, racing thoughts, talking quickly, and a decreased need for sleep. Number 3, depression, low mood, anxiety, withdrawal. Number 4, severe confusion, so you're extremely disorganized, highly agitated, and rapidly shifting moods. But with all these symptoms mentioned, there's one unwritten factor that nobody's talking about, and it's your environmental condition. Both pregnancies, I had multiple stresses, one from the workplace, and then the other was related to my narcissistic Nigerian family who wanted to subdue my God-given talents and make me walk this earth directionless and without purpose.
Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
You see, the craziest thing about this illness is that nobody really cares about the postpartum terminology that precedes the psychosis, and they choose to focus on the psychosis. And it's our own people doing this. When I was sectioned and the aunties and uncles were nursing me back to health, they were saying things like, Ada, we don't want to see you here again, like it was my fault. They weren't trying to hear that childbirth is what drove me to a mental illness. But having postpartum psychosis, not once but twice, changed me. I'm awake now, and I stopped playing ball. And if this is you, you should too. And if I'm honest, it's the best decision I've ever made. Do you know how freeing it is to say no to someone? No, I'm not going to accept that type of behavior. No, I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like that. Can we reframe that? Ooh, it's the best gift to mankind. So share this video with someone who needs a pick-me-up, someone who's dealing with similar mental health issues. Let them know that this is not the end. It's just the beginning. It could save their life.